Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about the niches to start on KDP because of two requests that I got last month. So without any further ado, let's get started and let's answer those questions: how to find niches and how to make notebooks very easily, what we should do for a niche. Alright, so the first thing you need to understand, and it's where you're going to publish, what you should do, what you should publish, because it really depends on the marketplace you're going to publish. To start, I will suggest you to publish on the American market because you can get 5 stars very easily. However, the American market is a lot harder to get a good ranking in there to sell more and more. Probably the Italian market is very easier, the French market maybe. You need to find a good niche with your print, your ideas. You need to stand out, and you need to understand the age, the population you're going to publish, because as I said, on the different markets there is something different, and the age or the gender are really important to get in a good niche. So first of all, to find an easy and quick niche to sell books, you need to find something and to make something. So you need to find through searches your niche. So there is an extension that I will show you in a few seconds. And this shows me what people are looking for right now. What is the demand right now? So you need to make it very quickly, your notebook very quickly. And it has to be very easy to make it quickly. I hope it's clear. So I'm going to show you what is the search that I'm making. Yeah. So here I'm on the Amazon.com cover, and I'm gonna write notebook because I would like to make a notebook. And as you can see, this extension is the hesite succession expander, and really hard to pronounce. And here I have all the searches that people are making. So I've just wrote notebook because it's a very popular word, and I know that I will find many sub-niches and niches. But I'm looking for something a little bit more specific, so I'm gonna write journal for probably, like, for instance, teenage girl. Alright, and here we have different, what I call niches, because people are looking for this specific things. People are looking for it, so there is a demand. I know there is a demand. So I'm probably gonna take anxiety journal for teenage girl, or with questions, for instance. See, even when I'm right with, I took the word here and I see what I can do. Anxiety, oopsie. No, with questions, without questions. And I have 1,000 results, but there is not exactly 100%. The journal here do not correspond 100% to this word, so it means that you can publish a book called Journal for Teenage Girls with questions, and you can, as you saw, with questions, and in the subtitle you can put for anxiety, for Christian inspirational things, for Christian girl, and add cheap in your keyword, because this can be included in there. You only have 1,000 results, which is okay. It's cool, and you publish in there, and that's it. You'll find your niche. This is the way I work. Some people are looking for a big success, and then they try to sub-niche and everything. I've tried this, but there are so many competitors that you always drop down, and you sell like 20 books in a day for 2 weeks and then that's it. It's the end. That those things are evergreen, it means it sells all the time, but just a little bit. And I prefer having this that sell all the time, having good reviews, and I think that's the way it works. But probably if you have any other way to find niches, that's good. And when I do this, because I know there is a demand, I know it's gonna sell, I know I'm the first one on the market, so I get the ranking at the top. You're just a winner doing this. I mean, if you have any other options, just let me know. To start, obviously, to start. I also find that you can have very good niches from you. And if you have any ideas of different, I would say, ideas to publish things, or sometimes you're just working on a KDP and then you're going to publish something because you had a good idea, just do it. Even if there's no one exists in there, that would mean that you're the first one, and the day someone finds you, is going to buy your book because you're the only one. And you can brainstorm also. This is related to your author central page. I've done a big mistake. I've created a central page making all my coloring book in a way, my I don't know, like journal and the other author central page, but it's actually not very consistent. I mean, it's a little bit of everything on the central page, and I should have something more brainstormed, which means more with a specific aesthetic, specific theme, and try to brainstorm everything before you start. That would be great, because now I've done something and it's not brainstorm, it's not that good. And try to understand also your need. It means that sometimes when you're, I don't know, but I remember when I was in college or in high school, I needed a specific vocabulary list to learn English, Spanish, French, and Chinese. And I needed to have everything on the same paper to write down at home my notes and everything. So I've created a kind of vocabulary notebook specific for people who learn languages in France or in Italy or in the US. And I've created a notebook like that, and it was my need, my actual need. And I've sold so many of them then when I published this, because I'm the student, I need something, and I'm sure I'm not the only one who's learning English, for sure. So I published this, and that I've sold some of them. Then it stopped because it was in the back to school season, but a few weeks ago I've seen that the sales are rising again, which I'm really surprised, but that's great. And there is the high content. If you need something, like for instance, I was talking about Chinese, I need to learn Chinese, I need to have lists of vocabularies. It's more specific content, it's more complicated, but I've done some. I'm working on it. There is no one in this niche. It's very long to make, but this is high content. It's just lists of vocabulary, copy and paste, very easy to make, and you sell for sure. And I've seen someone who has created a vocabulary notebook, so you have to write 5 times the same word in this vocabulary, but you need to find the word by yourself. And people are very complaining about this because you just have an empty book and you have to find the words by yourself. And the goal of this book is to not find a word by yourself, just copy and learn. So you can have many things. And also I'm talking about your community. So for instance, if you are in a school specialized in theater, I'm sure you will find many people looking for objects or books to put their notes or something, I don't know, to write down their line they need to learn. For instance, at your work, if you find people for when they gather, I can't remember the word in English, I'm sorry. When they gather, everyone is gathering together, they are talking about something or about a project, maybe create a book where you can all share your ideas and things like that. And use also social medias. If you have your author central page, create social medias, ask to your audience what they are looking for, what you need to do. And in those things, you will find niches for sure. I like the first one, which is great, but I've realized that this one, oopsie, sorry, this part and this part has always created niches. I've always sold something with these two ones. This one I've sold, but not that much. And this one I've sold, but sometimes it doesn't sell. So, I don't know. And to make, so you're a starter, you're a beginner, so I suggest you to start by this. You search online, and then you make an easy notebook. Because more it's easy, quicker it is, and quicker you publish, more you will learn. More you publish, more you learn, more you gain experience. So easy to make. If you publish on an American market, I suggest you to publish line notebook, and they have the 6x9 size. You create one cover, one same number of pages. So for instance, line notebook on book bolt, as I showed in my previous videos, 6x9 cover and 120 pages. And then you have your size cover, and you copy and paste for your different notebook, so you can publish more quicker. And the interior is always the same. And your resources, check your resources, what you can do, what you cannot do. Sometimes you're able to combine two different PDF to create more personalized notebook. Just check the software and the language. If you can publish in different markets, that's great. And your knowledge, if you have, as I said, your need, if you have different knowledge in Chinese, for instance, try to use this knowledge to create high content. Then how long for how much? Take time. Do I need to publish more to learn the process? Do I need to spend more time on finding good niches? And is it worth it to work 10 hours on these niches, or to publish or spend 10 minutes in 10 niches? That's you. It depends the niche. And then don't spend any money on things for now. If you start, try to find niches by yourself. Try to understand how it works. You're looking online, you find as on Amazon, then you try to find sub-niches. Try to sub-niche with the age, the gender, like for instance, as you saw in my search, notebook for girls with, and then you find sub-niches. So for a list of niches that you can try to understand, sub-niche with gender, age, or seasons, like for instance Halloween, coloring book for girls, 3 to 6, and then funny, no, maybe not funny Halloween coloring book, but scissors coloring book for girls, from 6 to 9, you know. Your IDs, vocabulary notebook, as I said, for me, that works really well. You check online, you see the number of results, and that's it. And when you find, so this is the search I was talking about, Halloween unicorns, sorry, there's a mistake, sports activity book, that says pretty well on Q4 in the front page. So try to look online what you find. And for people who are just beginners, like really beginners, when you publish here, like you to write in, right, you have here the number of results, and if it's more than 1,000, it's too much. It's very competitive, it's very complicated. So try to have 1,000. It's the maximum, right? So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up, comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you next week. Bye bye.